back home from a wonderful 2-day vacation in Altoona, Pennsylvania, the train capital of the world. And no vacation would be complete without souvenirs. Of course, having been out there to watch trains, instead of just getting your typical tourist trinkets, I decided to bring home some trains. Of course, by now you know me well enough to know that I'm talking about scale model trains. And in this case, I've added one new locomotive, one new freight car, and one new caboose to my N-scale fleet. I purchased these trains from Neely's Train Shop in downtown Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's a great little store. I went there with Nick and Nikki from Nick's Crossing. Although the store mostly has Lionel, they do have a little bit of N-gauge stuff, and they just so happen to have the #1 N-scale locomotive that I was looking for. And that, of course, would be the GG1. And this particular one is a Cato, which is the brand that I prefer to buy. It is the Tuscan Red GG1 number 4909. And I did some research on this GG1 when I got home, and number 4909 is one of the few that still exist. It is supposedly at the Leather Stocking Railroad Museum in Cooperstown Junction, New York. So that sounds like a road trip in the making. It has been repainted as Amtrak number 4932 though. And from the pictures I saw of it online, it's outdoors and it's in pretty rough shape. And because this is a newly manufactured scale locomotive, the couplers it has are not compatible with my older N-scale rolling stock from the 70s and 80s. So I figured, what the heck, let me buy a couple cars to go with it. This way when I bring it home, it has something that it can pull. So there's probably nothing prototypical about this setup, but this is very sentimental to me. So I got a Chessie system 2-bay air slide hopper made by Bowser, and a little tiny Conrail caboose, also made by Bowser. This one's designated the N5B. The guy working at Neely's is very knowledgeable, and he said that if you buy a Bachmann freight car, you get both kinds of couplers, and you can put one on one end and one on the other, which would then allow you to connect cars of the different coupler types. So that's probably going to be my next purchase. But in the meantime, I've wanted one of these GG1s pretty much my whole life, and now that I have it, let's see it run. So one of the interesting things about GG1s is that they pulled both freight and passenger cars back in the day. Even though I primarily intend to use this one to pull freight, its couplers are compatible with my Amtrak P42 Superliner set that I bought a couple months ago, also made by Kato. And I know this is not prototypical at all using these newer Amtrak cars, but considering 4909 was sold off and renumbered as Amtrak 4932 in real life, let's have some fun and watch it pull my Amtrak cars.